Hey guys, this is Mr. Jojo. Today I'll be sharing the openweight bout between Bruce Lee and Rashad Evans. I hope you guys can like it.
Well, you can argue this is the most influential martial artist of all time, the great Bruce Lee, making his walk to the octagon here tonight, champ.
Everybody wants to be Bruce Lee. They say they want to be like Mike. If you're a fighter, you want it to be like Bruce Lee. You want it to be that fast. You want it to be that charismatic. You want it to have an ability to just freeze your opponents. Your speed, your movement, just the diversity in the attacks that you can give your opponents would just confuse people. I mean, I watched him beat a 7-foot Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to stay undefeated.
Right.
If you could do that, you could do anything.
I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Bruce Lee in a nutshell.
Just so wise.
Well, it's always tough when you draw that high-level wrestler who has a lifetime of experience in a one-on-one competitive situation. Prevailing wisdom is he'll have the wrestling advantage in this one tonight.
As his dad said, the moment he introduced him to the sport, he knew that he was made to be a wrestler. The kid slept in his headgear. He only wants to wrestle, and by doing that, he puts you in danger. He's constantly in your face, constantly trying to dig at your gas tank. He goes from transition to transition, single to double to high crotch. It does not matter the attack. He just knows that he will give you so much to process in terms of the wrestling that eventually he will get you to the ground.
You ever sleep in your headgear?
I sleep in my headgear.
All the time.
All the time.
All right, big one for him here tonight. Let's get to it. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. So a more than 5-year gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age. Some differences in height and reach as well. Now to get us started, the veteran voice of the Octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, USA, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
You've been given your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We will have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
Ready.
All right, so the fight is now underway. On one side, we have a fighter who does everything well, taking on a true grappler on the other side. Going to be interesting to see how long he can keep it up there.
I mean, Damian Maia may be the most specialist type of grappler in the UFC. This guy resembles him in a number of ways. Let's see how he manages this fight against a guy that can do just about everything inside the octagon.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman. Beautiful leg kick throw. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
All right, so a good job defensively by him here as he raises the guard and prevents any damage.
Shades of James.
Quick level change.
Oh, he went single, rotate head outside. This dude's going for a ride. He flipped him over the top. What a fantastic takedown.
Welcome to the Cormier Express.
the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap. Oh. Get the turn on the elbow, and he's going to chase the submission finish.
The sheer will is really remarkable to watch. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. And back to his feet. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining. It's such a fast leg kick.
And both fighters exchange in the pocket. Oh!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, he might be out. Under 3 minutes now to go, and what has been a very... All right, so a near-perfect entry there, and finally he gets his first takedown of the fight, and they say if at first you don't succeed, try again, was able to get him down.
Persistence pays, and that's what we saw with this young man. Over and over, he shot for takedowns, he tried to mix it up, and he got defended. But eventually, he got it done. Now, what does he do with this top control?
Let's go. We got a scramble here.
Oh, nice job working hard, coasting, and getting back up. Oh, collar tie.
Can't take many of those. You better check.
Whoa!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
He's no stranger to being in this position. Strong work from the top here, Tyler.
Every time these guys come together.
Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions. And that's going to do it. Dean steps in.
Yo, wow. That was nasty.
Just the way he drew it up as he gets the knockout victory here tonight. It's hard to land a strike more flush than he did right there, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming. So he'll see the replay and probably shake his head, but ultimately this is a huge result and a huge win for that fighter here tonight. Now we go inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 4 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by knockout, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
All right, so there he is, the man of the hour. What a massive knockout for him to get this win in style tonight.
He did everything he needed to do to find the knockout. Now he can celebrate with his family and friends as they earn this spectacular victory.
Well, it's always tough when you draw that high-level wrestler who has a lifetime of experience in a one-on-one competitive situation. Prevailing wisdom is he'll have the wrestling advantage in this one tonight.
As his dad said, the moment he introduced him to the sport, he knew that he was made to be a wrestler. The kid slept in his headgear. He only wants to wrestle, and by doing that, he puts you in danger. He's constantly in your face, constantly trying to dig at your gas tank. He goes from transition to transition, single to double to high crotch. It does not matter the attack. He just knows that he will give you so much to process in terms of the wrestling that eventually he will get you to the ground.
You ever sleep in your headgear?
I sleep in my headgear.
All the time.
All the time.
All right, big one for him here tonight. Let's get to it. Well, this is exciting here, DC. The founder of Jeet Kune Do, one of the founding fathers, really, of mixed martial arts, Bruce Lee, is back in a big spot here tonight.
Bruce Lee is what every kid looked to when they thought about doing karate. Bruce Lee is the person that anyone looked at when they said, I want to be a fighter. It was the speed. It was the charisma. It was the approach of Bruce Lee that made him so special. And tonight, he's going to look to show a new generation of fighters exactly how it's supposed to be done.
And if you hear the phrase, drillers make killers, right? I mean, that was Bruce Lee in a nutshell. He felt like practice would make perfect. Nobody trained as hard as the great Bruce Lee. Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. So a more than 5-year gap between these two fighters when it comes to the age. Some differences in height and reach as well. We send it inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Yves Loving. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist making his professional debut here tonight. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds. Fighting out of Los Angeles, California, USA, Bruce the Dragon Lee.
Okay, guys, protect yourself at all time. Obey my command at all time. If you want to touch love, do it now. Go back to your corner. You ready? You ready?
All right, so the fight is now underway. On one side, you have a fighter who does everything well, taking on a true grappler on the other side. Going to be interesting to see how long he can keep it up there.
I mean, Damian Maia may be the most specialist type of grappler in the UFC. This guy resembles him in a number of ways. Let's see how he manages this fight against a guy that can do just about everything inside the octagon.
Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Lee. Oh, nice combination of strikes there. In terms of the accuracy, I mean, that's exactly what a coach is looking for.
That's exactly. It's like the guy is hitting pads. It's like he's hitting focus spits, but instead, he's dancing all over his opponent's face.
Man, is he timing his shots well here tonight, DC. It's, well, he's and potentially a critical takedown here. Well, he continues to manhandle him here on the ground. Well, you see all the grappling repetitions here. Just beautiful movement, seamless transitions on the ground.
Over and over, these guys are doing things that you see in every jiu-jitsu gym around the country.
All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position.
All right, he's got the hooks in, DC, working off of his back.
Now look for him to attack the neck of his opponent to try to get the rear choke.
Man, isn't it fun to watch this dude work on the mat?
He's unbelievable how fluid he is in his motions on the mat.
Oh, the ground and pound strikes continue to rain down. The opponent better move out of harm's way or the referee's going to stop this.
He better start to move, and when his opponent starts to posture, he needs to put his feet on the hip, push him away to try to escape this very, very dangerous position.
All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. Oh, excellent pressure here from top position by Lee. And he's able to work his way back to his feet. Oh, big head kick there. Wow, vicious uppercut.
He went high on that one.
And the takedown attempt, but he does not land it. Trying to go to the body here, unable to find the target.
big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one up? Great timing on that double leg.
Under 2 minutes now to go in the opening round.
Now he's on top of him looking for the finish. Game of inches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Oh, and he tags him with the straight. Beautifully placed there by Evans.
He loaded up there on that high kick.
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Oh, he might be out. Just missed with the left there. Oh, nice punch there by Evans. Oh, he got that knee up to the head. Oh, and there's a takedown attempt there, DC. I'm no analyst, but that one was pretty telegraphed, not his best effort.
Yes, he may as well.
Whoa!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
Now goes in and tosses as he takes him down. Now we'll see what he can do with it.
Right into side control.
All right, half guard position here, DC. You have an extra hop in your step when you talk about fighters working out of this half guard.
Oh, man. I like half guard as a top fighter. I understand half guard as a bottom fighter. Don't want to be there. It's very dangerous. But if you are there, you have to be winning the position of the underhook. It opens up so many opportunities for you to either escape or sweep.
Ground and pound strike there now. 10 seconds now in round one. Round two is next. All right, so for one fighter, the round mercifully comes to an end as we look back at some of the action. What a display of ground and pound.
It's his calling card. It's exactly what he's known for. He's known as a brutal ground and pound fighter, and he showed you just then why he's known as that in the MMA sphere. He's the guy that if he gets you down, he will dominate you with positioning and brutal, nasty ground and pound.
All right, here we go with our next round. And DC, you've spoken a lot about ground and pound skills and how it's a little bit of a lost art in modern day mixed martial arts. Certainly not for this young man.
No, and he does it in the old school way, right?
Yeah.
Nowadays, you pushing guys to the side of the octagon, they use it as a barrier to get up. Not with this guy. He stuffs your head in the corner, he gains his posture, and he just starts dropping hammers until eventually you're going to turn to your knees. He'll take you neck and choke you, or he'll just put you back down. It's crazy to watch him dictate his opponent's actions with his power from this position. Not many guys can generate that type of power. You got to go back to guys like Mark Munoz. They used to call him the Filipino smashing machine because he was so good with his ground and pound, and this guy shows that same exact type of approach.
All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Lee's got his back now. Let's see what he can do with it. Recovery, man. Right back to his feet. Really timing his shots nicely. Good tempo, very accurate, finding the range with relative ease.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of really overwhelming his opponent with activity.
Oh, man, I'm starting to feel bad for the canvas as he lands another takedown there.
He landed another takedown, and he's doing it over and over again. What I am a massive fan of is his cardio, the ability to be able to keep this pace over and over as he hits these takedown attempts.
Bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
Oh!
He didn't like that left hand.
That's a nice one, too.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, beautiful level change.
Under 3 minutes now to go in the round.
Now into his mount.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Evans' lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage on.
Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Oh, he postured up there, gained some valuable separation.
And now the ground and pound starts.
Oh, so an interesting... Well, he's really picked up the pace here in round two. Much more aggressive now here and starting to find himself in the pocket. Keeps going back to that jab, keeps throwing that jab, but unable to land. And he connects there, DC.
Great job landing that punch.
And now he goes with the combination of punches to the head, potentially some concussive damage there.
I mean, absolutely concussive damage. Landing all those strikes to the head. He's very accurate, he's very fast, and he has a real confidence every time he throws his punches.
Came of inches right there, boy. Wow.
Oh,
he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh, that was a really nice takedown.
Oh, nice job to reverse position on the ground.
It was bad, but now it's not so bad. What a fantastic sweep.
Oh, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Lee's back in full mount. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here. And he understands, being a veteran of so many fights, that as long as he's on top, he's winning. He feels like he's winning here.
I mean, how many can he take? All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. Single collar tie here. Good. Oh, big knee!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Final seconds here of round number two. Whoa! Oh, he might be out. How about those 5 minutes? All right, well, that's the end of the round, so the location is okay, the cut on the cheek, but that is some serious blood trickling out of that cut there. You got to think maybe at some point they call the doctor in, and if he doesn't like what he sees, maybe they stop this fight. All right, so there's the end of the round. Few things in MMA more devastating than a head kick, and nearly produced a knockout for him there.
We talked to him earlier in the week, and he talked about chances to take the kicks high. He got a chance, he took it, he landed that kick, and almost got the fight finished. Let's see if he can go and do that again.
Are you ready? You ready?
Third round underway.
Whoa! He's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? Evans has got the tie clinched. Let's see what he can do with it. And a nice job at least staying upright on that.
That's a great punch. Beautiful level change. Leads to the takedown.
Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
Outstanding ground and pound here. Somewhat of a lost art in MMA, at least in terms of making sure that every strike counts. Not an issue. Nicely done as he gets the double leg takedown. All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. Well, you know, I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation, and a healthy one, for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too. Oh, nice job working hard, posting, and getting back up.
Ooh-wee, what a right hand by this young man.
Well, he has certainly kept the punch counters busy tonight. He's landed. Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish the fight.
Pretty good straight punch there by Evans. Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
Great punch landed with so much power.
All right, so he's lit. Double leg takedown attempt here, and that is a good attempt as he gets the fight back to the mat.
It's ideal. His ideal situation just happened. He got in on the shot, didn't have to put too much effort to finish. Great job.
Lee's got the full mount. Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head or he's going to get blasted.
Evans' lower jaw very swollen now. Time to bite down on the mouthpiece and move forward. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Lee's right back to the full mount. Oh, man, this ground and pound is good. Probably my favorite striking realm in MMA, and he's as good as it gets.
The problem is his opponent is not controlling his posture. He's allowing his opponent to get up, and when he does, it creates distance and space to land these beautiful ground and pound combinations.
Oh, and he's back up again. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body.
Take it down, cut him. Take it down, cut him. Over and over, he's securing these takedowns.
Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transitions.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
90 seconds to go. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent, you gotta be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Lands the right hand.
Can't take many of those, you better check.
And he's looking for that left hand, just missed. Well, oh!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Takedown defense holds up, and he landed the right hand there.
Oh! He's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Oh! He's out!
Oh! Woo! What a fight!
Yeah, there's another one for the highlight reel, and that's probably as good a knockout as he's had in the UFC. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Crowd absolutely loving it. Flush land to close out his opponent. I'm not even sure the other fighter saw it coming, so a big knockout for him here tonight on the biggest of stages. Bruce Buffer has your decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Leving has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 25 seconds of the third round, declaring the winner by knockout, Bruce the Dragon Lee!
And there is the man of the moment, and what a moment this must be like for a professional athlete, right? I know you enjoyed the birth of your kids, right? But
Yeah.
you knock out a man in a cage fight, I can't think of anything better.
I mean, there's nothing like it. You know, you don't even hear the one that lands, that puts out your opponent's lights. And tonight, he got that done. And he should be very proud of the work he and his coaches got done tonight.